Under head coach Ime Udoka, the Rockets have developed into one of the league's best defensive teams. Like, these guys are a pain to play against. At one point in the season, they were allowing just 105.1 points per game, which was the third lowest in the NBA. Ime has been crucial in the Rockets becoming a defensive powerhouse.
I have a special soft spot for Ime Udoka, who I believe is one of the best coaches in basketball.
He has been emphasizing accountability and effort, making sure this young team understands that a good defense is the foundation for success. His approach includes not skipping any steps from day one, ensuring that the players understand their roles and responsibilities within the defensive scheme. Ime wants to see maximum effort from his players, and he isn't afraid to let them know when their effort hasn't been good enough. Getting yelled at by Ime has to be a top 10 frightening experience in the NBA. Have you seen that man's eyes? This guy straight up told one of the greatest players ever that he was being well, I can't say the word, so let's just say it rhymes with itch, but starts with a B. Jalen Green has even acknowledged that if he wasn't playing defense, he was gonna sit on the bench. It's the same defense first mentality Ime used to help the Boston Celtics reach the 2022 NBA Final.
I believe that everything we've seen Boston achieve under Missoula, obviously it started with Ime Udoka.
I just know at times he was definitely roasting Grant Williams. That guy is just too easy of a target not to mock. Yeah, keep trying to get with WNBA players, buddy. The Rockets' defensive system revolves around pressuring the ball handlers, forcing tough shots, and contesting three-point attempts. It's a hounding style that makes the opposition feel like they're being suffocated. One player who has really improved the team's defense is Dillon Brooks. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny his tenacity and versatility. Brooks is a tone setter, often guarding the opposing team's best player. This is part of the reason why Houston has had such an elite perimeter defense, and why teams find it so hard to score when Brooks is on the court. Yes, this guy is shameless with his trash talking, and his ego can take over offensively, but he embodies the physicality and grittiness that Ime wants to see. Another player that has been a great defender is Amen Thompson. He is the perfect glue guy. Someone that can help make everything click. Because he's so athletic, he can cover a lot of ground quickly, jump super high, and protect both the perimeter and the paint. Like, this guy is both a great one-on-one defender and a great help defender.
Oh, that's my first game winning. I feel like Kobe.
Şengün has been an important player in the defensive improvements as well. While primarily known for how good he is on the offensive end, Şengün is now much better at anchoring the paint and utilizing his size and positioning to contest shots and rebound. To complement the young guys, the Rockets also have veterans like Fred VanVleet. VanVleet is a super intelligent player, so he's great at disrupting opposing guards. He also sets the tone for his younger teammates to buy into Ime's defensive philosophy.
And another one for Fred VanVleet.
These defensive improvements have been visible in the stats, with the Rockets being among the league's best for points allowed, defensive rating, and rebounding. It shows just how hard they are working as they limit second chance points. You can see their hustle and effort in games, with them sprinting back immediately to minimize transitions, then contesting every single shot. By forcing their opponents into tough situations, they can create turnovers or force a bad shot that gives them the ball back right away. This new defensive identity has been one of the biggest factors that has caused the Rockets to go from a rebuilding team to one of the most competitive squads in the Western Conference. Step 2. Balancing the scoring. Another reason why the Rockets have played so much better is their balanced scoring approach on offense. Instead of relying on just one player to score all their points like before, or forcing a lot of ISO ball, multiple players are contributing significantly each game. This diversity in offensive production makes the team less predictable and more challenging to defend. Before, they would just give the ball to Jalen Green or Kevin Porter Jr. and everyone else would just stand there watching to see what these guys do. The Rockets don't attack like that anymore. Everyone gets a touch of the ball. Jalen Green is still the team's best scorer. He currently leads the team in points per game, which shouldn't come as a surprise given how good his offensive game has always been. He absolutely torched the top Grizzlies defense, putting up 42 points on 13 of 18 shooting in a 121-18 win, marking his second straight high-efficiency performance against one of the toughest teams to play against in the West. Green has actually made history this season, becoming the only shooting guard since Michael Jordan to record 8 consecutive games with at least 25 points on 60% total shooting or higher. MJ did this in his 1996 season, so this is a crazy record. It shows just how much Green has improved. He is no longer forcing it, but rather scoring efficiently. In his first 3 seasons in the NBA, he would have some hot streaks, but they would come and go. Now, not only is he a more efficient scorer, but he's also more consistent. But he's not the only one. Everyone is helping out in the offensive success. Şengün is also scoring efficiently, while dominating on the boards and dishing out dimes. There is a reason this guy is called Baby Jokic. The good thing is that his consistent high-level play has not gone unnoticed, with Charles Barkley even endorsing Şengün for an all-star selection. I swear this guy has eyes on the back of his head. Some of the passes he makes and his vision, it's incredible. Then of course you have Fred VanVleet, or as we used to call him in Toronto, Steady Freddy. Not only is he super smart defensively, but he's also the brain of the team on offense. As the team's primary playmaker, VanVleet is averaging 14.5 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game. His leadership and ability to manage the game's tempo have been so important in guiding the Rockets' young roster. Now, at times this season, VanVleet has suffered from shooting slumps, but he's a very resilient player, as seen by his 20.6 assist performance in a win over the Charlotte Hornets. If his shot isn't falling, he has other attributes that he can use to help out the team. His experience and decision making and playmaking will continue to be vital assets for the team on offense. He's pretty much exactly what this young team needed. Someone with experience, someone that can play make, and someone that can control the emotion and speed of the games. While he's a great defender, Brooks has also been adding to the Rockets' offense. Whether it's opening the floor with his three-point shooting or knowing when to cut, Brooks is contributing almost 15 points per game to the team. Another versatile player has been Thompson. You thought Thompson was athletic on the defensive end. Boy, wait till you see this guy on the offensive end. You look away for 1 second and VanVleet or Şengün are throwing him a lob. There are of course still areas in his game he needs to improve. He's a young player, but he has already made a big jump this year. Step 3. Establishing a bad boy identity. While players like VanVleet and Brooks have provided the Rockets with invaluable experience and leadership, it's really been Ime's coaching that has been the most pivotal factor in the Rockets' transformation. He brought in those players for a reason, and that's because he's looking to implement a no friends on the floor mentality onto this young team. Reportedly, Ime showed the team a nearly 45-minute in-depth PowerPoint presentation during their pre-training camp. He showed them a clip of him telling LeBron James and the Lakers to stop wanting like a little, well, I'm not going to say the word, but let's just say it rhymes with which. This incident happened in December of 2023 and Ime was ejected. The next clip he showed them was the dust up in Milwaukee on December 17th, 2023, when both Ime and Dillon Brooks were ejected in the final minutes for their aggressive arguing of a late call. Reportedly, 15 more clips were played for the Rockets players, showing different altercations from the previous seasons. Ime very much wants this Rockets team to be the modern day version of the Bad Boys Pistons, a team that is feisty and unapologetic about it. This plan has been in the works for years. We're just seeing the fruits of it now. A couple of years ago, there was an opportunity for Houston to bring back James Harden, a legend of the organization, but Ime, he was against it. If the plan was to build a defensive juggernaut with a balanced offense, and it was, then adding a ball-dominant all-time great who had never been known for being good defensively wasn't the way to go. Even beyond Ime's vision for the defense, Rockets officials were concerned that the development of their two most important young players in Şengün and Green would be halted if they added a veteran player like James Harden who wasn't necessarily compatible with their young core. Fortunately, VanVleet and Brooks have had the opposite effect, and that's because they're both players that match the intensity and grit that Ime was looking for. Ime especially had a soft spot for VanVleet because there's a lot of similarities in their stories, with both of them being undrafted before making it to the NBA. Meanwhile, Brooks' playing style and prickly personality made him perfect for what Ime had in mind. Then you have the duo of Thompson and Tari Eason, the Terror Twins, known for their ability to wreck offenses together. Ime Udoka is someone who is very direct in nature. Sometimes you will see him covering his mouth for the cameras during a timeout, and that's because he's most likely ripping into the Rockets player for a defensive mistake. He isn't afraid to tell players that what they are doing is just not good enough. He also has no problem in calling out his players publicly either, with him saying the team looks soft or scared after a 99-93 loss to the Warriors. Fred VanVleet, well, he loves it. He says that it's refreshing to have a coach who is so straight and blunt. The Rockets were expected to improve and become a winning team, but they have exceeded expectations more than any other team in the Western Conference. After years of rebuilding and struggles, the team has quickly transformed into a competitive force. With a mix of young talent, savvy veteran leadership, and a new defensive identity under Ime, the Rockets are proving that they're no longer a team to overlook. They always had a lot of talent. The team always had a lot of potential. The talent was never the issue, but rather the maturity and consistency. Thanks to Ime, the team has leaped forward both on the offense and defensively. They have the foundation to do great things. It's just a matter of when the success will come. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll love this one too. Check it out right here.